The advocacy group Homeless Out Loud held a funeral for human dignity in Denver yesterday afternoon. It was to raise awareness about the ongoing issues facing the homeless community in the city. Particularly in the past year when downtown policing was increased with an emphasis on so-called nuisance crimes like panhandling, smoking marijuana and public urination. Homeless advocates have criticised this as explicitly impacting the homeless. KGNU's Dave Ashton was there and he spoke to some of the people attending yesterday's funeral for human dignity, including Homeless Out Loud activists Janine Jeffries and Nancy Peters and a retired city planner, Billy Ramhall.
Well, the city of Denver has a lot of people who walk the streets, and we need bathrooms along the streets so they can, pardon the expression, pee and poop without having to go home or walk into some public place where there isn't a bathroom anyway. And it's great to have bathrooms in the parks. You can enjoy the park and then use the bathroom. But they locked this bathroom. And a lot of people use this park, walk by, use it in different ways. Children, old people, homeless people. And they're not allowed to use the bathroom. So we're going to have a funeral here today, that sort of the death of bathrooms on the streets of Denver.
Yeah.
And
you know, whenever I come to this park, and some of us actually live, I don't, but some of us actually live right around here. Whenever we come to this park, you know, there's always 30 or 40 people here. And it's always been their park, and many or most of them are unhoused. So there was actually no bathroom. I see more recently there's a little porta potty. But that, like, I just asked a gentleman about that, and he said, I'm not a porta potty person. The fact that there are bathrooms, and there only exists, I saw the other day, that they're being used by people playing softball. So it's like people that play softball from the community, they get to have human dignity, but people who have nowhere else to go, like Billy said, to pee and poop, they don't get to use those decent bathrooms, and yet they're there. So that's why we're having this funeral for human dignity, because everybody here has plenty of dignity. Everybody's an individual in this park. Everybody deserves to take care of a natural function in a dignified manner.
we did a survey, and we found that a lot of homeless people really have no place to go. But they're Denver people. They're people who lost their home, lost their job, and they have no place to go. So we're going to try and develop a little facility that will be open to the public, that will have some toilets, some showers, some lockers, because you see homeless people often with a knapsack and washers and dryers. And then when they want to go out on a job interview, they can clean up. There'll be a mirror, combs, shampoo, and those kinds of things. And we're hoping to develop a facility like that in Denver.
And there will also be room in this facility for a in-house community navigator to help folks who may have missed services somewhere or resources somewhere, so that we can fill in that gap and identify their specific issues to see if we can get them the resources that they need.
Who are you working with on this partnership for this project?
The group that is sparking it is Denver Homeless Out Loud. And we are a group of somewhere between 20 and 100 people who organized when the city banned covering yourself and lying down. Do you remember that? 3 years ago. And we all went individually. We didn't even know each other. I didn't know Nancy. We went individually and appeared and asked the city not to do that. Because if you have no place to go and you've got to sleep, what are you going to do? Of course, I believe the people who do that kind of thing hope they'll all disappear from Denver, but and go somewhere else.
That was Billy Ramhall, a retired city planner, now a volunteer with Denver Homeless Out Loud. We also heard from Nancy Peters and Janine Jeffries, and they were all participating in a funeral for human dignity in the rain yesterday afternoon in Denver. And it was to raise awareness about the ongoing issues facing the homeless community in the city, particularly the lack of access to public restrooms and facilities for the homeless community. Thanks to KGNU's Dave Ashton for that report. It's 8:23. You're listening to Community Radio, KGNU.